G'day there, podcaster. Got a good one for you. We did the Impossible Phoner tonight. I'm not going to spoil it, but it was very interesting. Also, customers from hell. Liam does Sounds of Australia, and Belle does something that needs a content warning. Enjoy.
Previously on Ben, Liam and Belle.
You're a stander.
I was taught to wipe, I just wasn't taught in what position to be.
Maybe the position where it's accessible.
The shop closes. You sort of you keep the shop open, but you're standing up.
And now, live across Australia, this is Ben, Liam and Belle.
You don't want to shut up shop. There's still business to be done.
It's like when you go to the shops when they start to close the door, but you can still go in and out.
Yeah, like
The roller door is half down.
On Nova.
Good evening. It's a Thursday. You are here with Ben, Liam and Belle. We got 2 more shows before we wrap up for the year, and we've set ourselves a challenge tonight.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to call us on 132410 for...
Have you been to the North Pole? Yeah, I mean, it's a hard thing to get to. Obviously, Santa's workshop and whatnot, but it's also like it's a real place. It's a pole. Pretty sure it's like in the middle of the ocean up there, so it's obviously like frozen over, but like not many people get to the North Pole.
No, but I think a few more go to the South Pole.
Boring.
Would we take
Boring.
the South Pole?
Oh, I think the South Pole is like going to the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Everyone goes
Oh
there.
my gosh, it's totally not.
Nah, it's easy to get to that one.
What the hell?
Am I right in saying the North Pole is where you see the red and white pole? I'm pretty sure it is.
I thought they both had the pole.
No, South
I
Pole
thought-
hasn't got one.
Does that not?
South Pole's just, there's nothing down there.
I mean,
North
I bet
Pole.
You'd be
Nah,
pissed if you
surely
went
there's
all
a
that
lot.
way and you didn't even get to take a selfie with the pole.
They haven't,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure, if someone's been there, they can call up and correct us. I'm pretty sure South Pole doesn't have
So
one.
I thought the
North Pole, red and white
idea
Santa.
was like, it was like an optical illusion almost, that if you had good enough eyesight and you were far enough back, it would look like there's a red and white pole going perfectly from the north of the globe all the way to the south.
don't
That's
think
how
so.
I sort of thought it.
Don't think so.
works.
Yeah, no, surely there's a little stick or something in the
Well, this is
South
the thing.
Pole.
Look, if you've been to, one of them,
If you've been to a pole.
ideally, I would like someone to call up because it's Christmas and stuff, for them to have been to the North Pole.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got a Christmas feel about it tonight. 13 24 10. This is the Impossible Phoner. Not many people have done it, but we want to know, have you been to the North Pole?
Pretty sure you have to get there via dog.
Oh, really?
Snow dog, yeah.
Or reindeer.
I think, I'm doing a dog ride at the end of the year.
Sorry.
I am going up that way for Christmas this year.
That's
Me and my
nice.
wife. Yes, 1 year married. We're doing like Finland and Norway and stuff, and we're doing a dog ride.
Going to sled up
You're
some
not.
huskies?
Yeah, well, it's their job.
They like it.
They like it.
Oh, they.
Well, I'm not sitting on the
yeah.
back of one. There's like it's dog power. It's pure dog power. So
Yeah.
there's tons of them. So it's actually light work.
Yeah, they like it. It's like when you go to the gym bell. It's a workout.
Yeah. You know when you go to the.
Except I do it voluntarily.
The dogs like to work.
Oh,
They
my
feel
I
good.
We're not
will
getting into this.
I'll pack some snacks and give them all
Oh,
snackers.
will you just?
Yeah.
Oh, will you?
Yeah.
That'll make
You
up
seen that
for it.
movie Snow Dogs? Oh, cracking film. I've always wanted to ride a dog ever since I saw that. Anyway, let's kick into this. Sharon in Sydney, this is crazy. You've been to the North Pole.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Whoa, like the actual, like the pole, is it red and white? What does it look like?
Well, the buildings, yes, red, gold, very
Hang
Santa
on.
Claus.
But there's not built like, I mean, obviously Santa's workshop, yeah, but there's no
Oh, sorry,
building.
I'm thinking, well,
No,
yes,
there's no
Santa
buildings at the
Claus
actual
and Santa-
North Pole though, right?
Yes, I have. Yes, I've been all the way up to Nordkapp and Tromsø, up in Finland, right at the very top of Norway, and that was back in 2002.
Sorry, Sharon. I mean,
Oh, it's pretty
Sharon.
close.
no, yeah, it feels like you went to like a world near the North Pole.
Yeah.
Like I know that is very cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I wanted someone to be to the actual pole, like the tip of Everest.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's pretty good
sorry.
though,
No, it is
Sharon.
cool.
Thank
It's close. Linda, have you
Hello.
been to the actual North Pole?
I've been to the Arctic Circle where you sit on Santa's knee and it's the white pole which has all the directions to different countries around the world on the White Pole.
So it's a pole near the North Pole,
Liam.
but it's not. No,
Linda, that's amazing.
I know, but this is the impossible phoner. It's supposed to be hard. I know it's still pretty awesome trips that these people have gone on.
We're getting closer, though.
Yeah, and I want someone within the Arctic Circle. I want someone who got to the Arctic Circle, saw the White Pole, then got on a dog and went even further in.
Stop it with the dog.
Lauren in Sydney, tell us the red and white pole, the actual North Pole. You've been?
Yeah, well, close. The Arctic Circle went right up to the top, again, like one of your other callers. But I actually went on the sled. I had the reindeer ride. I was right there, and Santa actually hugged me. The Santa actually hugged me.
That's pretty cool.
I mean, that is cool. Meeting Father Christmas is very cool. But did you go to the specific geographic location of the North Pole?
Technically, no.
Well, I suppose technically not what we were looking for.
But she met Santa.
I
That's
know, I know.
incredible.
And Lauren, you rode the dogs, you said?
Yeah. They were fantastic. They loved to do it.
That's what I was saying.
And I can't wait
You know
to see
what?
it firsthand at the end of this year.
Lauren, I liked you, and now I'm off
Oh,
you.
come on.
Oh, she's
Lauren,
seen it.
Lauren, I can't wait to do my dog ride. And I'm sure I'll get lots of pictures and I'll call you back next year and we can talk all about it.
Thanks, Lauren.
We got one. We got a live one. We got
An
a live
actual
one.
one?
We got one on the hook. I've been told we've got one on the hook. Tina in Melbourne, you've been to the actual geographical North Pole.
Well, as close as I possibly could get there.
Oh my god! I'm sorry, Tina. I'm so sick of people saying they got close. You know, like, have you been or not?
So close. Only a couple of hundred nautical miles from the North Pole. We're ice breaking on a ship.
Mm-hmm.
And we traveling, cracking through the ice. It's absolutely mesmerizing. You just would not believe how beautiful that it is. Absolutely stunning. And so we were cracking through the ice, and the weather was getting a little bit bad, so we couldn't quite get in as fully close, but we could, with the different gear that they've got on board, you could kind of, see it in that spot.
Okay, so so they had sort of.
So much closer than any of the other callers.
Yeah, well, I mean, given, yes. Yeah. So are we talking, you said with the gear, are we talking like a Hubble telescope? Like what, or was it just binoculars? Could you see it with binoculars?
Yeah, it's they've got some really high tech binoculars and scopes on the ship, because that's I was up there. We were hunting for polar bears, saw polar bears, reindeer, Arctic fox, all the absolutely cool things.
When you say, sorry, just going to cut you off. When you say hunting, do you mean like for sport or?
Oh, sorry, no, with a camera.
Oh, right, yeah.
Tina, I was going to say, God damn.
I shot 3 of them with my camera, with my Canon DSLR.
They're very endangered. So, Tina, the pole itself, is it red and white?
No, there's a marker, but it's
Ah.
How disappointing.
You're literally in the middle of the ice, so there is nothing there.
Yeah,
I thought it was like a candy cane. Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we've have these big, the
Mm.
Burj Khalifa or whatever in Dubai. There's all these crazy architectural things around the world. You'd think they could put
a pretty pole,
a stick and some ice. You know what I mean? I know it's deep, but work it out.
You're listening to Young Kings, Ben and Liam. Oh yeah, Belle's there too.
The National Film and Sound Archives, the NFSA, have just dropped the Sounds of Australia registry. So it's basically the sounds that make you think Australia. I was like, this would be good. We work in radio. It's an audio format, so I'll go through. The list sucks. Okay, I'll read you through some of the top 5. Jessie Street's address to the first meeting of the Women's International Radio League in 1945. Important, I'm sure, but it doesn't make me think Australia.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the Doctor Who theme, famously a British show.
What?
Apparently, an Australian dude did the theme back in the 60s. That's great.
Yeah, but again, if you hear that, you don't go Australia.
100%. That's like assumed knowledge. Terrible list. Here we go. Oh, this is Australian. The last call of the Christmas Island pipistrelle. It's a squeaking bat. No one cares. So I've compiled my own list of Australian sounds, and I would like to rip through them with you. I mean, you'll be familiar with all of these. So let's kick things off with the ACA Dogman.
They came bounding over.
Now that's what I'm talking about. What about Tony Abbott eating a raw onion on live TV? This is a good one. Michael Clark and Carl Stefanovic fighting on the street.
I'm going to tell you now, don't you walk away. Don't hit me. You're wrong. Stop it.
I'd forgotten about how dramatic that was.
Very Australian.
That is Australia.
Yeah, what about the sound of a tinny cracking? Just a King Brown on a hot summer's day. Knock the head off that. Gee whiz. What about the Chick Chick Boom Girl?
Oi, bro, you slept with my cousin, eh? The other one goes, I will call on my fully sick boys, and then they pulled out a gun and just went, boom.
The guy who told Scott Morrison to get off his lawn during a press conference.
Everyone get off the grass, please. Sure. Let's just move back from there.
Hey guys, I've just reseated that.
Please, off the thing.
Sorry, mate.
All good? That's all good.
In no other country in the world would that happen. We go, mate, I just reseated that. Like, it's the leader of the country. He's like, oh, geez, we better get off that. What about the just waiting for a mate guy on RBT?
I'm just waiting for a mate.
The old codger talking about the guy who dressed up as Batman on Channel 7 News.
What a joker.
The drunk guy on the moped in Kuta.
Oi, brother! How are you? Are you right to drive? Oh, no. I'm blind.
That's right.
Speaking of Bali, Chappelle Corby's boogie board bag being unzipped. Cocaine Cassie's headphones being unwrapped in Bogota. And to round us out, the most iconic Australian sound there is, the succulent Chinese meal.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal?
Passed away this year, R.I.P.
Yeah.
You're listening to Len, BM and Lel. Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to start.
13 24 10. Customers from hell. If you've had an absolute shocking customer, it could be anything, could be retail, maybe you work in trades, we want to hear about it. 13 24 10. After a Utah man has driven his car back into the dealership, he tried to return it. They said no. This was how he retaliated.
What? I told you, motherfucker. Bro, come across.
Yeah. So when you said drive it back into the dealership, Ben, you meant through the dealership.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's just smashed with the glass there and right into the front desk.
But there is no return policy with cars, is there?
Well, it
Like, if
depends.
you
I don't know.
buy it-
I don't know all the context, but maybe the car didn't work. I don't know. Obviously,
Yeah,
but it's not
it's
just
not
like-
like you live in a house for a week and go, nah, I'm
Yeah.
giving it back. Yeah, there are some things that you can't return. Like it's, yeah,
Exactly.
I don't actually know. I've only ever had second-hand cars and
either way, that's not how you go about it.
No. No, it's not.
Probably not. No.
Beck joins us now in Sydney. Tell us about your customer from hell.
Oh gosh, I've had so many, but one that comes to mind is a patient got angry at me and started throwing things at me, like his wheelchair, his walking stick. It was insane.
Oh my
And
gosh.
started, yeah.
Beck,
And
what
he
do you
started
do
yelling-
for work?
Oh gosh, I'm a physio.
Oh.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you duck and weave?
Yes, I did. And he actually only had one leg as well. Like, he must have been really strong.
Yeah. Probably from all your great physio work, I'm imagining. You've got him really back up to speed there.
Thank you very much, Beck, for being our first caller on. I'm going to give you a bottle of Edinburgh Gin, the classic.
Thank you so much.
No worries at all. We have got more bottles to give away tonight. 13 24 10 is our number. Tell us about your customer from hell.
Danielle in Melbourne, did you deal with a customer from hell?
I did. I used to work for a telco, and so we would charge customers every month. And a customer called up saying they wanted to talk to Dr. Bell. And I said, no, we don't have a doctor's here. We're a telco. And they said, no, Dr. Bell is charging my account every month, very irate. But it turned out after investigations that it was draft balance on their bank statement.
Oh, Dr. Bell.
This Dr. Bell. Yeah, okay. That's funny. Lucy, customer from hell, what happened?
Back when I was in retail, it wasn't the customer, it was the customer's very irate husband. We had accidentally forgotten to take the security tag off a dress, and he called up on the following Monday, screamed at all of us, made me cry, basically saying that he wanted me to leave the store, close the store, and take like a little D-tagger to his wife's workplace to D-tag the dress.
Get off it, mate.
And he was so horrible to both myself and then eventually when he finally spoke to the area manager that a couple of days later, the area manager basically let him come in, refund the dress, and then repurchase it at half price.
Oh, so then he got his way as well.
Yeah, it was so bad.
And Lucy, I felt bad about it, but I saved $50. Okay, and if it meant ruining a couple of days, it had to be done.
Thank you very much, Lucy. Kelly in Melbourne, tell us about your customer from hell.
So I'm a florist and I was really young at the time. I reckon I was like 17. I was just getting into it. And I had this lady, I worked in a shopping centre. I had this lady storm in with this bag. And I was like, oh no, what's happening? She gets the bag, turns it upside down, tips it on the counter, and it's filled with like dead flowers, leaves, just an absolute mess, everything. And she's screaming at me, saying the flowers are dead, going off at me. And finally I got her name because she said they were delivered to her. So I'm like, let me find this order because I don't really remember. Yeah. So I look at the order and it was 2.5 weeks ago. So she had the flowers 2.5 weeks. They died. I was bawling my eyes out. She was screaming at me in the shopping centre just because she had her flowers, and after 2 weeks they died.
That's
how
what
old, like,
flowers do.
Yeah, Kelly, how old is this woman?
She was an adult, like a 50s, 60s. Like
That's like buying a cat and 15 years later going to the pet shop and being like, I want my warranty. This cat has died on me.
Thank you, Kelly. Sharon, tell us about your customer from hell.
Hi, guys. Yes, so I'm a dental nurse for a specialist, and we had to instruct our patient to not rinse and spit after their procedure for medical reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And they started cursing in another language, so I didn't understand, but they then proceeded to spit on the floor, spit on me, go and spit out in the waiting room, and then go and spit out in the car park.
What?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Spit or sit?
Spit.
Spitting. Oh.
I thought you said another
Spit,
thing
like-
entirely. That would have been really bad. You'd have to get the police involved if he was doing that.
That's awful.
That is awful, Sharon. Thank you very much for sharing.
W's in the chat for this pod.
Oh, it's my favourite time of the year. We're approaching Christmas and all the lists of the year start coming out. And my favourite one is this one.
Ever heard that sound before?
What is that?
It's Pornhub's top categories, porn stars, and searches of the year.
Is that like a chess website?
Oh,
where it's all the
stop.
best like moves? Or is it? Oh no, sorry. It's like if you're like pawning stuff, so you're selling old watches and that sort of thing. Is that what you mean?
Maybe, yeah.
Sure, let's go with that. Well, every year they do release, like all the trends that have taken over, the top countries that watch.
It's like Spotify Wrapped, but
It
it's
is,
Spotify
it is.
wanked.
It's the hub wrapped, really. So their year in review has shown that the trends that went up the most this year was demure and tradwives.
Well, I don't know what that is. What's a tradwife?
Tradwife trend on TikTok.
I actually don't know what that is.
Are you serious?
No, I genuinely don't know what that is.
Oh my gosh, you'd love it.
What's a tradwife?
Traditional wife. So it's the women, they
Why would I
post
love that?
videos. 'Cause they
Were you saying he's not a forward-thinking man? Oh, well, I certainly don't like being put in that category myself.
Well, yeah, so their whole thing is they show like just videos of them in the kitchen making dinner for their family and stuff, but they dress up really like a lot and they wear traditional big dresses
Right.
and they really lean into it. So that was a big trend that took off. The top porn star, she reclaimed her spot, Angela White. She is the top porn star of 2024.
Never heard of her.
Not familiar.
I can't tell if you're joking or not. The US is still the top country when it comes to the most hours watched.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment you've all been waiting for, the top categories of the year. Keeping its spot at number one, the top category is, of course, still hentai. Always. Always hentai.
Is it?
Always, every year.
I wouldn't have guessed that.
Hentai has been the top category for years. It's
yeah,
incredible.
Not my vibe.
Well, number 2 is MILF. Then number 3 is Pine.
What is that?
Filipino.
Filipino. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nice.
Then lesbian, then then big ass.
Heavens. They're more the heavy hitters. They're your traditional faves.
And that is the greatest list of the year.
A couple in there should have been higher, in my opinion.
Yeah, you're joking. Should have been higher. And it wasn't for a lack of trying, and I can show you of that. No, we'll just have to search more next time.
That bit was Baby Gronk approved.
Yesterday was dump day.
Dump day!
It's the day of the year most people do their breaking up.
Yeah, it's not hump day.
Statistically.
It's not hump day, it's
dump day.
Yeah.
I didn't commit as much as I would
Ben
normally.
bailed.
I just think it's very cool.
Dump
anymore.
day! Oh, you thought it was funny the other day?
I thought it was funny 2 days ago.
Oh,
not today.
dude, I wish you sent me an email about that or something. And I wouldn't be embarrassing myself over here.
Wow, Ben has matured.
So when we were talking about dump day,
there it is.
Yeah, I'm back, baby. When we were talking about it, we said, hey, 132410, give us a buzz if you're planning on dumping your partner. And Anon gave us a buzz.
It's at that time of year where you're getting invited out to Christmas parties, and I just want to be out. I want to be single and I want to meet new people, and I think it's the perfect time to meet new people. I'm staying with a girlfriend. I'm already moved all my stuff out. I'm ready to go.
So that was 2 days ago. Yesterday was dump day. That's when she was going to be doing it. Now we have kept in touch with her. She is on the line now, anonymous. I believe you did pull the trigger yesterday. You broke up with him. How did it go?
As well as can be expected.
Oh, how are you feeling?
I feel good, actually. I feel like a weight's lifted off my shoulders. I feel like I made the right decision.
Yeah, right. And so how did you do it? Did you do it in song or was it over text or?
No. He came to pick me up from dinner.
Oh,
and I was with my girlfriend. Yes, and we just both confronted him. And he tried to pull me aside and try and reason with me. And I was like, look, I've already got my stuff. I'm not coming home. I'm just going to, I'm going. I just said I'm not. I didn't tell him where I was going, but I'm just I'm just done.
Yeah, right. And then, was it a clean break from there? Was he still reaching out? What happened?
No, it was 100 missed calls, 1 million texts.
Whoa. Anon, it seems like you have made the right decision. It's done now. What's the plan moving forward?
The plan is any single men out there ready to party.
Love it.
I've got a boat party. Yeah, I've got a boat party lined up with, so my friends started dating this really nice guy. So she's come out. They're really nice guys. So they've hired a nice big yacht for the weekend.
Yeah.
So I think that's my plans for the weekend.
Well, Anon, you have just melted our phone lines down.
Yeah. A lot of people calling 132410. I hope your partner isn't listening right now. Your ex. He's like, she's probably really cut up about it. Yeah, I'm on this sick boat. The sun's going to be out. There's 18 single guys. They're all super rich and handsome, really muscly too, did I mention?
Oh, mate, I'm so happy for you. It sounds like you are just tackling this in the best way possible, and you sound different to the other day already. You do sound like a weight's been lifted off. So congratulations. Have the greatest weekend ever.
Thanks, guys.
And that's it!
Like that podcast? There's heaps more to listen to if you just scroll back or download the Nova Player app.
Ben, Liam, and Bell.